Play.
Oh, if the Germans are smart, they're going to hit every ball like that. Every ball will go to Bencic.
Yeah, and if she gets an opportunity like that again, she has to do more with the first volley. Once she doesn't put that first one away, she loses a bit of momentum in the point.
Yeah, there you go again, Fitzy.
Well, she's going to have to sharpen up, isn't she?
She's certainly going to have to sharpen up. She's a little bit upright there on that first volley as well, but certainly needs to be ready for the majority of the balls to come to her.
Well, a brilliant point. What defence from the Swiss. Eventually, Roger trying to inject himself in this rally. There's a mishit on the overhead by Zverev, and this was such a smart lob. Roger really pushing it as deep into the court as he could. Angie just a spectator for most of the rally until this one.
Well, this format creates instant pressure. And at 30-40, Federer was facing 2 break points because this one is the sudden death point.
I'd like Bencic here just to come back about 2 feet from her net position. It'll just give her a little bit more time to pick up a ball that's pummeled at her and give her a little bit of an opportunity to be able to have a follow through on the volley. She doesn't have to face it.
Well, a nervous start from his partner there, but Federer good enough to cover. Action from the start.
And like we said, Kerber made quite a few returns there in the service game of Federer, and the other night, was it Sakari? She hardly made 1 return off the Federer first or second serve,
I think it was 2 for the match. It were her stats anyway. Having to go back and rewatch it otherwise, but she made 1 on match point, and it was a ripper.
Well, that's what you got to do. Do it at the right time. It makes all the difference. Alexander Zverev Jr. to serve.
Sensational.
Does Federer ever not choose the right shot to hit? He made some choices there that were exquisite. He hit them in the right places. This one, he pushes deep because that was the most percentage shot, and he's good enough to hit this away. Beautiful stuff.
some pretty solid volleying from Belinda there in that point from...
Yeah. So she's gone up a notch after those first couple of points. There's Bencic.
She certainly has, hasn't she?
That was a very Federer-esque return by her. Just a block forehand, didn't take a swing at it at all. Just met it and used the pace. 211 Ks that serve was.
That'll give her confidence. Love 30.
Just not sure about Kerber's positioning at the net there, Todd, when Zverev's serving. The last volley, I mean, Federer was in great position to take through the middle and pick up that reflex volley, but could potentially stand a little bit closer to the centre tee.
She's got a chance of picking up some pretty basic, easy put-away volleys. This big serve. You can see exactly what you're talking about, Casey. She can come over probably half a metre to a metre and still be able to cover all the court.
She also just, as you can see there, gives Belinda so much space to return into.
No pressure on Bencic. The gap's big. You've got to make the gap small for the returner, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but you got to give her credit for those last two returns. Gee, she's taken that big, heavy serve and pounded it back with some interest. 2 break points here. Well, you wouldn't bet on that. Miss a return like that straight into his forehand on the break point.
Particularly because he barely missed a forehand. The stat for 3/4 of his singles was he did not miss a forehand return. Got everyone back in play.
Yeah, I saw that. It was at literally at 100%.
Okay. The first 2 games now. It's been a sudden death deciding point. The man will serve to the man. Well, you wouldn't expect Angie to miss that one.
But it raises the point. 2 games to love. The first decision the Germans had to make was at the coin toss. And here is that pressure we spoke about. This could quickly be 3-love in 10 minutes.
Yeah, and just the fact that those last 2 games were won on deuce points as well. We've seen over the last week in the mixed doubles, they're the points that matter and actually have been a big result in the outcome.
Yeah, there's that lateral movement we talk about. He can read the play so clearly, Roger Federer.
Well, I think what he does too, Fitzy, is he has this ability to read the racket face of his opponent. So he can tell from the area of the court where naturally they have to go, like he knew where Zverev's slice was heading. So he times it with ease to get there.
Switzerland is challenging the call on the left center service line. The ball was called fault.
That challenge came from Roger, not from Belinda.
Roger started the year off much better in the challenge system. He does have periods with challenges.
You wouldn't think a guy
gets wrong.
Well, the guy with an eye like that, he has had his fair share of wrong challenges over the journey.
Yeah, again, I'm obviously watching a lot of what the females are doing, and for me, Kerber, you see in that return point, even after Zverev made the return, she's just hanging almost in no man's land a bit. She should be, what, close up to the net, really cramming.
Yeah, building pressure, eh?
Yeah.
Bit of pressure here on Bencic that she doesn't serve it in the back of Rogers' head in this I formation.
Quickly to 3-love, as you thought, Todd. Swiss in control.
Switzerland leads 3 games to love.
Well, look at that, the record highest attendance final session ever at the Hopman Cup. 14,032 people packed in here.
Yeah, you can just see in this point here the difference in Kerber's positioning and movement as opposed to Belinda's. Belinda's really, as soon as Rogers made that return, she's straight forward, movement to the net.
Gee, she's returned well here, though, hasn't she? Belinda's a little nervy on Rogers' first service game, but her returns you can't fault so far. Well, he's just intimidating, isn't he, at the moment?
Well, he is, and Sasha isn't really able to help. He's been caught out of position in terms of court position a lot.
Yeah, he hasn't learnt the art of doubles as well as Roger yet. First set's over. That is quick. That's fast 4 tennis.
4 games to love.
1 set to the good for the Swiss. So the record highest totals here for the whole week, and of course on the final evening of the Hopman Cup.
Love 15.
Yeah, I don't mind her closing that net down when she gets a return floating to a Belinda. Stepped in there with a couple of quick steps, made it an easy put away.
Yeah, she's been very, very good at the net now since basically the first point of that first set.
Yeah, she started to search for it, hasn't she? Her footwork's been good. She's looking for the ball, as opposed to how you described Kerber. She hits that one, and she's already on the way for the next. Good instincts from Bencic.
Oh, how good was that smash? Gee whiz.
14-15.
Not easy moving forward here. You've got your body weight moving forward here. It's easy to mistime this one, but not a chance. Straight out of the middle of the strings. It gets your attention when the forehand comes that fast at you, Casey, doesn't it?
Yeah, if I saw that forehand winding up, I'd be...
Backpedaling?
No, I wouldn't.
You'd take it on full steam ahead.
Yeah.
Never saw a back pedal ever. It's good serving, though. They're on fire, aren't they? On a mission.
First game, second set.
The one thing that the Germans have to remember, in my opinion here, is that it is fast forward. The momentum can change in 2 points. That first set's gone. They've just got to hang on here and try and get Sasha's serve and maybe build something on the Bencic serve to come.
Well, he's just not as comfortable, is he? He looked like a fish out of water there coming forward to volley that. He was slow in.
Well, there's no split step and then keep moving forward. He just sort of keeps running in and then just stops as if to say, oh, no, I don't want to hit this volley.
His net game has improved a lot, though. You've got to give him that. But the doubles format is just a little different.
Casey, you
Sorry,
can't laugh
that was
like
no,
that.
I know that sounded worse than it was meant to be, but gosh, that was coming fast, wasn't it? Right into the body here. She did a good job just to
Fend it
off.
Oh, I guess all is fair in love and mixed doubles.
Yeah.
Well, the Germans have to hold this serve. This match could be over super quickly if they don't, and the ground strokes of Zverev proving pretty hard to handle.
Great reflex on the first one from Federer. Equally as good for Kerber because she wouldn't have been expecting this to come back. She kept her poise.
She would have put that volley away had she been just a step closer to the centre tee and a step closer to the net. Even against Federer.
Yeah, they're on the board, Germany. And that was a must.
Yeah, and now's their chance to see if they can just move this match around here. You can sneak a break on Bencic, and they're completely back in it.
Well, obviously Federer is going to be looking to move here, try to get the easy free point, but it helps when your partner gets the first serve into play. You get a bit more handcuffed if it's a second delivery.
Yeah, that's what Zverev needs to do at the net. He almost could have gone potentially on the one before that, but certainly with the wingspan he has, I'm surprised we haven't seen him move more throughout the week, but certainly got to continue to do that.
They've got their teeth into it finally, haven't they?
Yep.
Germany.
But this has really changed now. He's got teeth in the chain. Yeah, perfect.
Well, you're too young to remember Mr. T, aren't you, Casey? But he had gold everywhere all over his neck. We call him Mr. Z now.
I have no idea who Mr. T is. Sorry, Fitzy.
sort of hurts me, actually. Love 40.
15-40.
Well, this is a big opportunity for them, but they must grab it, you would think. Still 2 opportunities because of the no-ad system. It's 30-40 on the Bencic serve. Still 2 break points for her to save. Great return from Kerber. So the Germans now have a chance here. They're up 2-1 a break.
2 games to 1.
So new balls now for Angie Kerber. They have a break in hand. So there's no lets here. Oh, excuse me, there is lets in this. Sometimes in the fast 4 format, we have no lets, so you would play a let off the serve, but in this format this week, you count the lets as well.
It was the right move, wasn't it? I think he was almost just trying to make sure he didn't hit Belinda with it.
Yeah, almost tried to be, like you said, too nice. He took the words out of my mouth. It's certainly the right move.
I bet that entered his head.
He tried to put it around her instead of through it.
Well, what a difference it's made since Zverev's got involved a little bit at the net.
This is nearly on an even keel now, so quickly. And that's what happens when you serve first in one of these fast 4 sets. That's why there was confusion at the start as to why, or we felt a bit of confusion as why the Germans decided to return serve in the first set. But even if you serve second and you get one quick early break,
30-all.
set can be over early.
The momentum in this match, isn't it? It's just, like we've said, fast 4.
Erring, isn't it? Good move from Federer, though, because Zverev has been looking to get in the play. He's leaning to the centre. Couldn't get back for the one down the line. Smart.
Okay, one break point saved here for Angelique. And this is now another sudden death point. She will serve to Belinda Bencic. And such a pivotal point this is. Okay, Kerber wins the battle of the ground strokes there. The Germans go up 3-1, and at the very worst, you'd think Alexander Zverev would have a chance to serve this out if they can't break Roger Federer here.
Switzerland is challenging the call on the left baseline. The ball was called in.
I think it's good. That was an awkward one for Belinda. She was running backwards, so hard to get her eyes on it. Her first reaction was that it was out, but Roger instantly said no, it was inside.
Lob 15.
What a good lob from Sasha, though.
Switzerland has one challenge remaining.
Oh, no. She's getting anxious now, isn't she? You can see the change in emotion.
I know, and Roger's just gone up to her and put his arm around her because he can feel that.
There's nothing wrong with trying to hit it hard and get it through, Sasha, but...
Oh, what a return.
Well, if they break Federer here, they do get to serve first in the last set. And Germany...
I think if Belinda was a little more confident, she would have taken one step to her right there and probably got her racket on that volley.
After a couple of misses, she was staying home and saying, it's up to you, mate.
So 4 break points, actually. And, of course, 4 set points. Wow, what a turnaround.
Germany.
And you called it, my fellow commentators. This happens very quickly. 1 set all.
Final set. Germany to serve.
So 1 set to go, 1 short set. And now the Germans have a slight upper hand because they chose not to serve first in the first set. Now they find that they can serve first, and that is an advantage in this format, surely. Zverev to take it away.
Lob 15.
And a good move from Federer, just enough for Zverev to feel him go, see him go, take that eye off the strike and mishit it. So Angie, watch out here, because this one I think is going to be coming at you. Most definitely now on the second serve it is. No, he just couldn't quite hook it. It was a good second serve, so Federer played it through the centre. You could see it jamming him into the body, so he had to play safe with it. So Zverev tied him up, so that was well done.
Zverev then took the opportunity to go at Belinda. At the beginning of that point, but
15,
just still so far back from the net. Sasha Zverev needs to make a first serve here. Hasn't made one this whole game, has he?
3 break points here.
Struggled. Hasn't made one to Federer, that's for sure. Good time to find it.
13-14.
I've got a feeling Sasha was calling mine there for a second.
Deciding point.
But Angie did the right thing, called it hers, and really measured this overhead perfectly.
She wasn't getting out of the way, was she? She said, this is mine, and I'll finish it for you.
Okay, sudden death.
Legend for service.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's a huge turning point in this match right there.
First game, final set.
So Merker there supporting.
Seen plenty of wins in her time there, hasn't she?
Solid volleying there from at the net from Bencic.
15 love.
Oh, the body weight was going backwards.
15 all.
Not easy with the ball coming at that pace to transfer your weight forwards. Pretty intimidating, but she knew it, didn't she? Strategical error there from Angelique Kerber. I think if you've got Roger Federer standing in the net, you don't go at him.
Yeah, and he played a perfect volley, didn't he? Just played it short enough that Angie had to hit up. Then he got the put away.
Stunning return, and what a get from Federer.
I mean, that pickup
Switzerland leads
is
2 games to
absolutely
love.
incredible.
It's funny how you just grow to not be surprised, though.
Yeah, isn't it, Fitzy? Oh.
Well,
I couldn't pick them up at 21 years of age, let alone at 37.
love two here now.
15 love.
You know, that lateral movement there of Roger again, it just makes that area where you think you've got to hit into it, it makes it smaller and smaller, doesn't it? Just, you feel squeezed when he moves there laterally at the net.
Yeah, he doesn't move much, but it's amazing just what a small step to his left or right visually does for his opponent.
Because they see it out of their lateral vision, don't they, as they're about to hit the ball. I think this one's long, and Germany here really in some trouble. Down 2-love, 15-30 now on the Kerber serve. Well, he had the point twice, Roger. Made the right moves both times. First one he hit into the tape, Casey. He didn't put it away.
Yeah, he knows it too, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. He moved there, just not quite quick enough. So back to 30-all. It's not really fair when the best player gets the luck too, is it?
No. Yeah, a bit of luck here. Now more break points.
Yeah, 2 more break points here.
Yes. Deciding point.
You know, because Sasha has been moving a lot more since the end of the first set, it causes indecision on the returner's behalf. Belinda there thinking he was moving, hooked it down the line. 1 more break point. This is a sudden death one. And she holds on, Kerber. Germany still has a chance here.
Switzerland leads 2-1.
Each point so vital here, particularly now on the Belinda Bencic serve. You know, they can hold here, the Swiss. They've got a Roger Federer service game up their sleeve. Kerber did nothing wrong there. The ground strokes from both girls accurate, on the money.
30 love.
And Federer good enough to move laterally and knock that off. That is a difficult volley made to look easy.
I kind of almost felt, though, Federer was expecting one, potentially down the line, but the movement.
Well, good stuff by all four players here. This is entertaining. They all sense it's on the line now.
As you said, Fitzy,
30-all.
you just can't help but feel, I mean, tennis is a funny game, and they did break Federer's serve there in the second set, but if the team Germany doesn't break here, it's going to be very difficult, but they've put themselves in a good position at 30-all. Big return here from Zverev.
A little bit of luck there for Belinda Bencic. She had to handle a really good return of serve. She just fended it off. It went short and made it awkward for Sasha, and he just didn't handle the short one, did he?
No, and awkward, and with Roger all over the net, even more difficult.
Yeah. So Bencic now serving at 40-30. She has two opportunities here. Both will be served at Angelique Kerber if they're needed. Only one needed. Massive game, a huge hold there for Bencic. She stood up for the pressure.
Switzerland leads 3-1.
And Switzerland now with a 3-1 lead in this third and deciding set in this 1-4 contest.
Nice volley there from Kerber, cutting off the angle and closing out the middle. Besides a couple of minutes there in the second set where Belinda had a little bit of a, I guess, lapse of concentration, she's been very good.
What a second serve there. Almost on both lines, I think. Looking like Federer is going to have to serve it out here. Bowling from Angelique Kerber, and indeed that's what is going to be needed from the Swiss point of view. They lead 3-2. Federer will serve for the match and the Hopman Cup. Angelique Kerber comes through big time here.
15.
You can see Federer take a quick glance there to see where the opposition were. He flicked the ball back to give himself a chance in this point. Does everything right. Comes in, makes a pretty decent drop volley, and Angie Kerber almost around the post for the winner. Love 15.
This was the game that they broke serve last set, the Federer serve, 2-love.
Well, Roger, they're thinking that Sasha was crossing. Good fake from the German, and he knocked it off. Love 30. Can you believe it? Wow.
Wow.
So if Federer's to serve this out here, he has to win 4 points in a row. Or we'll go to a third set tiebreaker. Don't put it past him.
Goodness me, this has got very, very intense. I almost think that's the most pumped up Zverev's been all week, that previous point come on.
Well, I'm not sure there's too many people who thought that might happen when Federer still have to serve for the championship. The Germans have been brave here. It's 3 games all. It is a tiebreaker, a 9-point tiebreaker to decide this Hopman Cup now. First to 5 points.
Oh, let's take a look at this shot again.
Wow, that got them going in that game. Angie Kerber will serve 2 balls, 2 points to start it off.
Well, pretty smart move from Zverev not to try and move too much and just waited till Kerber got a little bit more depth, a little bit more width on this one, and then was able to find the put away.
This is just great stuff. All 4 players here producing at the right time. We're 1-1 in this final set tiebreaker. Bencic now will serve 2 points before they change ends. It's first to 5.
Belinda, at a crucial time, has come up with a really good, just solid first serve.
Switzerland is challenging a goal on the right service line. The ball was called fault.
So Rogers challenged this one. That's too long. She'll have to do the second serve now. Zverev doing everything right at the net, it seems. He's a quick learner. They change ends now. It's 2 points all. Alexander Zverev now will serve 2. And such is the format that, if needed, Federer, the last person to serve, gets the opportunity to serve the final 3 points.
Geez, imagine how much tennis Merck has watched in her time.
2-all. Well, they're saving their best till last. My goodness, how good is this tennis? And how well has Belinda, Bencic and Angelique Kerber stood up in this tiebreaker?
Yeah, the level of intensity has certainly been raised here in this tiebreak.
Switzerland, 3-2. Gee, an interesting change up there from Zverev.
Yeah,
Went for the off-speed first serve, Casey.
Yeah, he did, 135, but it kind of caught Belinda off guard.
Okay, right now, though, the Swiss have to be favourites. Federer has the last 3 serves here. He needs to win 2 out of those 3. The Germans need to break his serve 2 out of 3 to win. Bit of hesitation at the net from Belinda.
4-3. Germany.
Federer goes for his favourite serve. Zverev catches it a fraction late, but Belinda was covering the line a bit too much. Match point, Germany.
5 minutes. Please.
What can you say? The Hopman Cup, the MasterCard Hopman Cup comes down to 1 point. Here it is. Federer will serve to Zverev for the championship. Double match point.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Players are ready. Quiet, please.